Yeah. I'd like to say hello, my children. Yeah. Oh, pal. You know how many fights and kids I got into over that music? Actually, sometimes at the same time, I'll tell you. Holy cow. Piper's Pits Pods. Pods Pits. We're trying to figure out a way to say it. Piper's Pits Pit Pod. Hi, I'm Roddy. Welcome to Piper's Pit. Holy cow, it's been a long time since I talked to you guys. I have some really special guys here. With me in this first Piper's Pit podcast are in completely different ways, two really good friends of mine. One, a very accomplished actor, and he's a great guy. He's also a Shakespearean actor, and he's been very, very well.
You too.
No, been very highly educated, done some great movies like Kindergarten Cop with Schwarzenegger, played the bad dad, and Black Hawk Down, blah, blah, blah. They go on and on and on, and I love them. And it's Richard Tyson.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. You know, yeah, nice to see you. It was kind of like this, so I said, Richard, please, meet me here at 1:30. So he called me right up at 1:30, and I said, listen, tell me how to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here waiting on you. I wanted to bring you something. Speaking of movies, you know.
Yeah.
This is from the only movie I never finished. And you were in it with me. And it says Escape from Hell. No, See You in Hell. That's what
See You in Hell. And we will. I got it just a second before.
Sure.
Okay, boy, do we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And then also with me is he's going to be the next whatever he wants to be, a great comedian. I first met him, he was parking cars and taking open mics at the Comedy Store and any place else he could, and worked his way through that. It's like the frat house. I call it the Hells Angels frat house of comedy shows, the Comedy Store. And he worked his way through that, and hard, and then he working with Jeffrey Ross. Are you still?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, I can't tell you how glad I am for you to come down, put some youth in. And he's like, so if you don't know, but Tony and I...
Put some youth in? What does that mean? I mean, come on, man. I mean, you better not
I wasn't talking about myself.
You don't sit with your back to me either.
Tony was a really good amateur wrestler. And what weight did you wrestle?
112. 119.
112.
Check this out. I got new wrestling shoes. Gold.
Stop.
Wow.
Those cool or what?
That's gold.
Yeah.
Gorgeous George.
Oh, I love them. I got them. I got them to wear on New Year's Eve. You know, it's a big night for stand-up comedy, and I had a big main room spot sold out. But then after I wore them that night, I just kept wearing. I can't go back to boring normal shoes now that I have gold wrestling.
And the wrestling shoes, amateur wrestling shoes, are the best.
They give me all the support I never got from my dad.
Yeah. That's right. I met Magic Johnson. I had Magic Johnson shoes on. They called them weapons, you know, the purple and gold ones. And I was so nervous when I met him. I had just gotten out here and like, Magic, would you shine my shoes? And he goes, all right. He talked to his assistant, like, all right, who's the guy? I said, sign my shoes, sign it, you know. And he signed it. Yeah, I said, I was nervous, you know. And I said, and he's like talking to his people, who the hell is this guy?
Oh,
you know?
baby Jesus.
Wow.
Okay.
I said, I will never wear them again. I wore them until they fell off my feet.
That is so funny.
Oh, could you shine my shoes?
Yeah, sorry about that,
cow.
Magic.
Yeah, he'd probably do a good job, though. Wow. I have no problem with that. I would.
Yeah.
So, like, these two guys, I was going through some tough times, and I'd go to the Comedy Store and get up on stage and then go, and the only thing I learned there is how to play the piano. And, like, and the comedians, like, they were so kind. And I knew, though, it was time to get out of the Comedy Store for a while when it was 4 p.m. in the morning, and there was Tony and Don Barris, and Luke and all the rest of the guys, and they had a wiffle bat, and they had four bases, and they were playing baseball at 4 a.m. in the morning with a wiffle bat. Yep. I looked at it with the 4 kids, and I said, Dad, you might need to move on here a little bit.
Worn out the welcome.
I'm not even joking. It's one of the 10 most haunted places in America.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. I'm on podcast 1 now. The reason I'm on it is because it's got a 1 in it. So I just came from, well, for you folks, the last thing that happened is I had that podcast, Universal City Walk. But then the building it was in, these 2 fellas that were doing it, they didn't see eye to eye. And so I come to do my podcast one time, and the studio's there, but like all the microphones and stuff are, they were taken out. And it kind of put a block in my podcast. For a couple of weeks, I tried to just for, like in the olden days, wood, for A, but that didn't work either. And I figured, well, I guess they're not coming back. And so then I got an attitude about it, and I left. Since then, man, there's so much stuff will come out. I just, I don't know. You tell me what I'm lucky, and I got to see Hogan for the first time. I don't know, 2 days ago, yesterday, since the Hall of Fame in 2005. And I just looked at him from afar, It was very whoosh, woo. It wasn't like woof. You could have cut the air with a knife, and it was real step ago. And they had a Q&A with Hogan and I. Yeah, okay, sure. Bring it on. And it was just like, why? Okay. And so and Mean Gene was doing the middle guy, and they came up to me and said, "Listen, do you want him to go up first? Do you want to go first?" I don't give a. Let's go. But then they had this big table and him on one side and me on the other. So I turned my chair so I didn't have my back to him, and then asked him some nice questions, because I just met his daughter for in a long time, Brooke. She's a sweetheart. What a wonderful lady she is. And so we sat down and they started asking Hogan and I questions, and it got pretty. This is what they're trying to do is because they're so intelligent in Charlotte. After the zoo, we're going to Hong Kong, lots of places. These guys making the show, they were kind of pushing to push Hogan and light a fire under Hogan's butt and my butt. And as I realized that, I said to them, "Let me ask you something. If we go to it, who's going to stop us? And are you paying for the damage?" At which point, then they all ran away, and it was real serious. So then I heard Mr. T is getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, celebrity division. And I swear, I begged. Let me do the introduction. Come on. I promise you, I'll give you an introduction that they'll be speaking for generations. But I don't think I'm going to get that one. WrestleMania 30, there's a lot of politics going on. Flair, I don't know, did a thing called wife swap with Flair. Shoot. It's 4 days with my wife, She had him crawling on his belly like a reptile. 31 years, baby. Never been rode. Had Flair with some kind of stupid carbon or boxcar mustache on him and like a hoodie, and took him shopping. Yeah, he suffered too. Space Mountain, my butt. And he said to his wife that made me a meatloaf, killed the dog. I think of other things. My house is haunted. But that's true. I've never talked about it before. Before they offered me money to talk about it. At which time, being, the real square guy I am, you can go to Roddy Roddy Piper on Twitter, and if I get a question from you, I'll take it. I know we're not live, but you better hear yourself on TV. One day, if this podcast ever gets on TV. So, what was I talking about?
You were talking about your haunted house. Haunted house?
I don't listen to you either. My kids in my house, all my kids, they got used to it where just some of the stories would be like they're in the bathroom brushing their teeth and a shadow goes by in the morning. But like so much, they didn't pay any attention to it anymore. There's one room in the house that you go inside that room. Actually, my wife, Zsa Zsa Gabor. It's the reason I'm going to be a Hall of Famer in 10 sports so I can pay her rent. She filled one room. There was these kind of dolls that are a certain kind of doll, and they all got like these porcelain eyes.
Don't like the dolls.
Oh, and they all got clothes, and they're all around the room, and they all stared at you.
Just as creepy as it gets. My mom has the same thing. I went and visited her over Christmas. I saw those things. I'm like, I'm not staying in this room, or you got to get the dolls out of here.
Why did you do it? And so, like, one night, I got in a fight with my wife, and so I went down there to sleep because I hadn't been drinking, and and I laid down. And I know it's going to sound stupid, and I lay down, and there was this eerie feeling, but I was just drunk enough to go, look, I ain't going to bother you. Don't bother me. I want to sleep. I have the three of my girls one time went in there with the Ouija board, and they came running out, and they will never
the Ouija.
Yeah, they will never ever. They won't talk about what happened in the room.
And you see dark shadows walking around sometimes?
Dark shadows? I don't. I've only seen one thing.
But all the dolls blink at the same time, right?
Are we sure the dark shadows aren't just Virgil running around your house? What's going on there?
Oh, it's an autograph table?
Yeah. The ghost of Virgil.
I'm just trying to catch him up. Yeah. I got, you know what? It's one of those things. I got so much to tell you. I had nothing to say. Whew. But we'll get over that. I used the little tick he has. I used to keep him going. I would take a ghetto blaster, and like where I live on top of a mountain, and I'd take an axe and a Schwinn, and it was 30 miles to the gym. I'd ride 30 miles to the gym, work out 2.5 hours, ride back up the mountain, and then take the ghetto blaster with this music on it, and chop trees down.
Wow.
Because chopping trees is really good for your punch.
It's good for
so
the
for all that
environment.
useless knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, JoJo the dog-faced boy, he walks and talks, he's half reptile, 1 thin dime, tenth of a dollar. We're back. We're back on Piper's Pit Pod. Boy, they're going to have fun with that. PPP. With my guests and my friends. What was your name again, Richard?
Tyson.
Tyson.
Can you
Richard
forget Tyson? Yeah.
And Tony Hinchcliffe, who is going to be ruling the entertainment. I can see you like, what's his name? Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I can see you do something like that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I would love to have a career like that. That's an amazing one. Yeah.
Where's your career right now?
It's really, really exciting. I'm working on some stuff, man. I'm so lucky that I got a couple cool opportunities. Right now, I'm actually working on a big musical theater role for the first time ever.
Wow.
Big role.
What's the name of the play?
Well, I'm up for a role right now. I don't know. I got the call back in a couple weeks, but I'm up for the lead role of Book of Mormon.
All right.
So I've been obsessive.
Time, everybody out of the pool. You're going to be a Mormon?
Oh, well, it's a big play, big one.
He's doing musical theater. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing out there right now, it's called Book of Mormon. So I'm working really hard at that.
Mormon.
For the first time,
God, it's about Mormons?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's
And their books?
so funny. Yeah.
It's funny, and you're going to play Moses?
Yes. Something like that.
This is hard enough, Richard. So that's really cool, though.
Yeah, it's been the first time that I've gotten able to really learn how to lose myself in an acting role instead of playing myself as a stand-up every night. So I get to take a break once in a while and become something else and play pretend, and it's just the best.
I'll give you my number.
That'd be amazing.
That's all right with me.
I'd love
it.
it.
You have 4 wives?
Not in this one, but hopefully after the shows I'll have 4 wives.
No, you don't want to hope that at all.
Not your own.
But so like this is performed in the theater live?
Yeah, big time, sold out.
Have you ever performed dialogue?
I've done
live?
stand-up in theaters, but I've never done
something you had to memorize.
Well, no, but I sort of already.
Problem.
Yeah, that. Normally, I'd have a problem with it, but this thing I like so much that it's sort of easy for me to memorize it because I'm really into it. So,
and you have been punched a lot, and
correct,
probably easier. I think you'd be great in something like that.
Yeah,
and you got a call back for it.
Yep.
Yeah, and who's the guy I need to call for you? Right now.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
They've already won Tonys, but hopefully they'll win one more by casting me.
They will too. Because your name's Tony.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Richard and I worked together in an acting job. Well, he acted, I screamed and stuff. And it's like one of the great Hollywood stories, of what happens when you come to Hollywood. Richard shot me over this T-shirt during the break, and on the T-shirt it says St. John Smith, and it says one line: "See you in hell." Nope, not correct. I've never had this ever happen to me. Yeah. I was with Richard. Richard was teaching me Shakespeare. We were having a great time. It was shot. It was great. And it broke down for a holiday or something. I can't remember why. And allegedly the director's owns 2 new homes in Hawaii.
Yeah, he's doing fine now.
He's doing fine. Just never came back.
And left with the money.
Left with the money. The people that I don't know who they were, don't know the companies, what they were thinking, and they were gone. And we got a half a movie. So now wait a second. So while we're doing this half a movie, which was really, really coming across, they had this one guy, playing the devil, right? So St. John.
He was the lead singer of some.
So he's got but he's got prosthetics on, so you can't see him. So he comes out to me and he's really nice. He says, "Hey," he says, "I play the bagpipes." I says, "That's nice. You going by catering there? Did you give me a Coke? Good for you." And we were there for 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
A little later, he goes, he says to me, I have a band and I play the bagpipes. That's great. Good. Good for you. Next Coke, get me some schnookers. And he came back again, and I wear a kilt. He says, like a leather kilt. And I had the third reference, and so, well, good for you. I wish you all the luck in the world. Grade 1 is professional. What grade do you play? And he just kind of looked at me. And so I asked him his name, and I didn't know him. And I went home to my kids, and the name of the band was Corn, and I thought like cornflakes.
Yeah.
But and the guy's name was Jonathan something.
Jonathan Davis.
Yeah. And I don't know how many Cokes
he was the devil.
He was the devil. I don't know how many Cokes he got me. He was a real sweet kid.
Yeah.
And he wears a black, I guess, I don't know where I come in with his bagpipes, but...
But the thing is
he rocks with them. He absolutely kills it with them. Oh, he's
I've never
totally
seen him.
electric. I think they're electric, right? He was talking.
Yeah,
about
I think so. But it's really a great sound. Very powerful, deep. I mean, you'd really get a kick out of it.
I'd like to see it someday.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about that movie was that they put so many prosthetics on, you couldn't tell who he was.
Right.
It's like, why get a famous person?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
No
come
kidding,
on, pull
right?
some stuff off so
Yeah.
at least his fans would know.
We got Elvis. He's gonna play a hermit. Put some hair on his face. And,
Yeah.
There's,
And don't comb his hair.
But if they ever finish that movie, and it was eerie too. It was eerie. It was shot out. It was a great place that it was shot out, and they had the smoke and the lights at nighttime.
Yeah.
And, it was really good. And then I've never had one before. So go to hell. See you in hell.
See you in hell.
See you in hell, yeah.
They never finished it, huh? So that stuff's
Never
just
finished
out
it.
there.
It's just, I don't know where, out there. They had an office in Warner Brothers, didn't they?
Yeah, Warner Hollywood.
Warner Hollywood.
Yeah,
And
the Lucille Ball Studios there.
that's right. So, another great career move by Rod. Seeing what else I'm supposed to remind you of. I've been working, oh, man. This guy, I have to tell you, you guys know me. Have you ever seen me ever get physical outside the ring?
No.
Only for money. And I'm a coward.
No, I don't think I have. I've seen you move some furniture around on the set. I said, Rod, you're taking somebody's job away. I thought you were going to throw it, but you were just moving it. I was like, that's somebody's in the union, and they that's their job. You just work on your lines.
He's doing a job. Holy cow.
He's doing everybody's job on the set. I'm like, I'll be over here working on my lines, all right? That's what we need you for.
I remember we were standing there one time, my shoelace was untied, and I went to tell you, stay. Wardrobe. And they tied my shoelaces. Oh, no. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Where are you maniac?
Last of the old timers.
Oh, man. Where are you calling me from?
I'm from the beautiful South Kakalaki, South Carolina. Lugoff, South Carolina is the town I live in. Sounds like a spitting competition, right? We had a Lugoff. I have a guy who seems you want to win. But I was just up in New York City this weekend, and I got home. So it's a nice contrast, to go from Manhattan to Lugoff.
Yeah. You sound good. Are you going to WrestleMania 30?
Yeah, I sure am. Looking forward to it. Get down there, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. And I know we got the Hall of Fame dinner and a couple of fan access things. I think they're doing something with the Legend House, that they're having a special section at fan access.
Well, I hope none of them die before we get there.
That's what it shows up. He may die right there.
We did a show together, Hacksaw and I, and it was it comes out in about a week and a half. There's 10 episodes, and it's called Legend House. And so, I don't bunk with nobody. I have a problem there, and they wanted me to bunk with Hacksaw.
Bunk,
share a room.
Oh.
No, just jeez. Yeah, exactly. And so, I don't know, Hacksaw, maybe first couple, 2-3 nights, I stuff on the floor of the living room. But, I was getting old. Once I tried to escape.
Yeah. He went over the wall. For the first 2 days, I haven't had a roommate since college myself, since the old SMU days when we were a football powerhouse. We'd go over and play, Tennessee, Arkansas, come down. We beat the devil out of Alabama one time.
Come on now. Bear Bryant?
Humpy Bear, Sugar Bear. Oh, Bear Bryant. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Back in the 70s, man.
Yeah, you can tell why you don't bunk with nobody.
Yeah. Where are you from, Richard?
I'm from Alabama.
I'll be darned.
Roll Tide.
The Auburn guy?
I think there are a couple of those guys. running around. I haven't seen him lately.
Are
We didn't see
you're-
the last play of that game. The guy ran all the way beyond us. We never saw him. Kind of ruined my holiday there.
Gotcha. You have a master's from
Cornell.
From Cornell.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And
What's he doing talking to us?
speak for yourself.
I roomed with you. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's right. Finally, we got white wrestlers taped the Mason-Dixon line. You don't come over here, I won't come over there.
Right. I'm sick of tripping on 2x4s.
Which side was the bathroom on?
Well, that's
That's
a
important.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell you, the first 2 days we just kind of eyeballed each other, though. I tell you, like, hey, how are you? Good. How are you?
Wake up and see
And then we
you.
hit it off, though. We became really good friends, and
Yeah.
we
saved me.
we kind of controlled that game show. It was called the New Roommate Game or Newly Roommate Game or something.
I can only tell you so much about that. I can tell you this. So they go, he's my roommate, and they're going to ask us questions. Jeff Dye did this. They're going to ask us questions, so they go away, and I hear one of the questions, right? So I take the answer, and I steal a pen, and I write it on my hand. So now everybody's back, camera's on, everything's official, right? And, Jim's great, but, like, he wears glasses, but not on TV. Now I got my hand wide open, and I realize, so are you nearsighted? Are you farsighted? I'm putting in and out, and in and out, and I'm trying to be coy about it, and all of a sudden he gives me like oh, yeah, I got it.
I got it.
Yeah. And I don't want to give the whole thing away, but so sincerely when they asked Jim what the answer was, he goes, life. Life? It says wife, you goof. You've been talking about it for 3
What's
weeks.
the most important thing in your life? And I'm looking at his hand. He's moving it back and forth. I'm finally, I got it. Life. And I thought, well, knowing Roddy the way I know him this past couple of weeks, I think the most important thing in life to Roddy is life itself.
So the real question was
We've been cheating the whole show, of course.
So the real question was, what's the most important thing in your wife?
No.
No.
All
right.
No, it was just a
Something
comedy.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. Comedy of
Yeah, it
errors.
was a few weeks ago, right? A lot's happened since then, but that was the gist of the story.
It was we did it at Harpo Marx Mansion, Palm Springs.
Yeah.
They're like 4 weeks. It comes out in
Sweet.
That was.
Oh yeah.
And you had to share a room? Big mansion?
There was 8 guys.
Oh, okay.
Legends.
And the king-size bed really wasn't that damn big.
Was it a Jerry the king size bed?
No, but the queen size Pat got it. I love you. How are those 2 beautiful daughters doing?
They're doing good. I have 2 daughters, Celia and Rebecca. One's will be a senior next year at the Coker College, a little Division II school here, and
Nice.
my other daughter's been accepted at a few schools here in South Carolina. So
Nice.
things are going good. And just this past week, I was down in Orlando for the former NFL Players Convention. So
Very
went
cool.
down there and pretty much did like a legend house thing. A lot of alcohol and a little golf.
Good stuff.
I got a 2x4 in my bag,
Yeah.
Of course, at these golf pairings, they're like so-and-so Washington Redskins. You just go, hello, so-and-so Miami Dolphins, hello. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Golf getting, you're like, oh, hell, this crazy, man.
Yeah, they love you.
What's your handicap?
They use me as a handicap.
Good stuff. There was a question I wanted to ask you, and I can't remember it.
You guys living together, did your laundry ever get mixed up? Just load full of blue tights? 'Cause both of you guys both wore blue tights, right?
There's a little difference in size, brother, but thank you very much.
You get on stage and realize they're not your type.
Right. When they fall down to your ankles.
It was good. It was a good time. I look forward to seeing you at WrestleMania, which might not
Well, I
be.
think I see you before that. I want to see you Friday up in West Virginia this Friday for the premiere of Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
You had to say that, huh?
I knew that.
You knew that? You didn't know that.
What is this,
Brett,
another
St.
John Smith too?
Did you know that?
I did a movie. I did a movie. Brad Pitt's going to have to give his zombie movie back. That's probably all I should say about it. It's a comedy.
It's not,
Oh,
it's
that's
not
good.
Gone with the Wind, that's for sure.
No.
Audience, man.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Audience.
It's a good comedy, and it's getting more airplay than Hell Comes to Sam Town, whatever it was called, Frogtown.
Well, I tell you,
Another
we
big one for me.
we were doing the read-through for the deal, and I don't want to give the movie away, but I got turned into a zombie. But anyway, so we're doing the read-through, and it says, Piper finds Duggan as zombie. Piper kills Duggan, but feels bad about it. That'd be some great acting, Piper, I'll tell you.
I killed Duggan! I killed Duggan! Yeah, the old hole.
But he did a great job. I tell you, everybody, was impressed. I mean, that acting is a lot harder than I was playing myself.
No, you did good. You did good. I love you for calling in. Where do I see you at the zombie movie on the East Coast Friday?
Let me plug. Yeah, I got Duck Dynasty. I'm a special guest on Duck Dynasty on the A&E network.
What are you doing on Duck Dynasty? They're going to dress you as a duck? There's a big one, darling.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's really
They
cool.
had a wrestling show when I was like the special guest because that's where I became Hacksaw down in that area, and Jace was a big fan growing up. So
nice.
They had me jump out of the back of a truck, and I said, "You want me to jump out of the back of the truck? You got some stairs or something?"
And how fast was it going?
Yeah. Well, it was a day. Again, I'll see you at WrestleMania. I'll see you at the.
All right, buddy.
Just a second. I'll see you at the zombie thing. But
Zombie thing on the.
But let me.
Friday
I want to
night.
leave. I'm trying to. Just because I know that. I'm a sap sometime, but get this. Fallon, my youngest daughter, he's got a daughter that's close to my youngest one. Well, she just came down to L.A. for spring break with her boyfriend, and Dad gets her tomorrow. And Dad has full control of her, so I'm taking them to the most haunted space in America, the Comedy Store. Then I'm going to take them down at nighttime, like Venice Beach, where they used to hang and kill people. And when your daddy was young, give them the wrestlers tour there.
Wow.
And
Well, you took me and my family to that haunted place in the.
it's great.
That was great, man. My kids still talk about it. My wife's the hair got caught on the wall, but my daughter said, "Your hair was standing up on your end."
It's good stuff. We're both big dads. I love you with all my heart. Ladies and gentlemen,
Nice talking to you.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
All right.
Hello.
I like to beat it.
Oh.
Honey. Give me all I say.
Holy cow. What a guy. He's a stand-up man. He's a cancer survivor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He, what was it, a kidney? He lost a kidney.
Wow.
He said, I was working and I had to go to the bathroom. I thought something hurt, and he passed one or something.
Wow.
And and they went in and fixed him up.
Wow, that's
He's
great.
a hell of a man. I have so much stuff. Tony's going to be in Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. Tony Hinchcliffe. When is that?
That's for April 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Nice.
That's all available.
And then I like the at Kill Tony on Death Squad Network. I promised I'd do that one. But so now I got to take a break before I get into this next piece of business because it's going to be an ugly one. So if you're light of heart, grab Grandma, put her away. Get ready. I'm going to make your day right after this break. Right now you're with Richard Tyson, Tony Hinchcliffe, and moi. Tune. It's called The Green Hills of Tyrol, if I'm not mistaken, which actually is a retreat, which I should have done years ago. Holy cow, I love the pipes. It doesn't matter if you're important, it doesn't matter what nationality, color, group, doesn't matter. You got the bagpipes there when you died. Whether you're Nelson Mandela, Ronald Reagan, it doesn't matter who. Queen of England's got the bagpipes. God bless her. I love them. Thank you so much. Whew, I need to get some stuff done here. I've been having fun. Really, Rod? First of all, I want to thank the people that allow me to sit here and have some fun with friends and pay the bills. It's pretty cool. With Richard Tyson, I just phoned him and boom, he was right down here. He's my brother.
It's great to be here, Rod.
Yeah.
Great. Anything you need. Let's do another movie and not finish it. Then we have two movies. Yeah.
It's like, when I was doing the movie with Richard, I was being like hazed, and so the director come over and there'd be a gun and they'd give it to Richard, and he'd just hand it to me and I'd take it, and another gun and he'd hand it to me and I'd take it, and then there'd be something. Then there was the lantern. Like I'm looking like James Dean. I'm kind of looking like the guy with a hump.
I didn't want any props because we were going to be moving through the area, running through there. He's got all these props. I keep passing them to him. It's like,
I better keep these, I guess. Richard said so.
You said wait until I get you in that ring. I'll haze you in that ring. I'm like, I'm not getting in that ring. Kidding me?
Oh, in that ring, boy. When I was with Tony Hinchcliffe, Tony, I remember you were telling me just when Tony was a little kid growing up watching pro wrestling, and he'd wrestle in his house and stuff.
I was obsessed.
Pretty cool.
I would just wrestle my pillow for 5 hours a day. I'd go inside of my closet, I'd hit play on a cassette player, and then I'd walk out of the closet slowly to the intro music. I'd be a different wrestler each time. It was the first performing that I ever did was all by myself in my bedroom.
Did the pillow switch characters too?
I always beat the pillow, luckily. Undefeated all time. I'm like the Bill Goldberg of guys facing pillows. I'm like 500-0 or something like that.
Now, sometimes didn't your mom count for you?
Yep.
You make her do the count?
It was so lonely that I would go. I would count, but I would make her ring the bell. So I'd go 1, 2, 3. I go ring it, and she would know from the other room that when she heard that to just go ding ding. Amazing.
That's a mom that loves you.
I've been watching some wrestling again. That WWE Network, man, that is just.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness, pipes! It's like
what they got on it.
Oh, so much great stuff. I was watching you the other day at a round table with Mean Gene and Taz, and who else was on it? There's some other people. I mean, Michael Hayes, and it was Diamond Dallas Page kept bringing up Karl Malone over and over again.
No, give it a break. Give it a break, Dallas. Jeez.
Obviously, it was a big deal to him, but it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't exactly the biggest imprint in wrestling history. Karl Malone.
I remember that. Holy cow.
Because the thing was about celebrities in wrestling, and he just kept mentioning the one thing that he did over and over again. Finally, you said, I remember exactly what it was because I was rolling around on my bedroom floor. I was laughing so hard. He goes, just one more thing about this, Carl, and you cut him off. You go, are you bringing up Karl Malone again? Sweet baby Jesus.
He gets on a roll, boy. He's hard to stop, DDP.
Yeah.
I understand they're playing like the first WrestleManias.
I mean, you're just throughout this thing. I mean, it gives you accessibility to true wrestling history. I can't believe how well the network's set up. I mean, it's so easy. Anybody could figure it out, and the deal is just amazing. And you type in anything in the search bar, and all these things pop up.
That's really cool.
Oh, I mean, it's just for a old school wrestling fan like me, that went in 97 and 98 when things were really competitive.
You're a WCW kind of guy.
Well, no, I mean, yes, I'm a big fan of everything.
Yeah.
But during that era, I was 12, 13, and 14 when things were hot, and I mean the competition, and everybody was pushing each other. WWE, WCW versus NWO versus Stone Cold versus. I mean, everything was exploding, and there I was, so lucky that at that time I'm a 12, 13, 14-year-old, and finally with this WWE network, it's given me a chance to totally go back and relive that, which is priceless.
So at the time when WCW, you see, this is the thing. I wasn't in the war.
You
Why
weren't.
did they have to declare a war? I wasn't mad at anybody. You pay me the most money, I'll fight you. But they made it a war, WCW against WWE. FGHI.
Yeah.
Elemental P, whatever it was.
But without guys like you, NWO wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? They needed stability.
They hated me.
Oh, yeah. They needed guys like you to go up against, or else they were nothing.
They hated me.
You never joined, huh?
No, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only guy ever to pin Hogan. I pinned him once with my foot on his chest because I'm a class guy. And I don't think he's pinned me other than when him and Savage. Man, it's Savage. Then, whoa! One time, you know what? One time I'm in a... Okay, I don't know where I'm at. Much like right now. And, the shows I've ever been working 30, 40 days. I come up to some restaurant and, there's a bunch of people in there. I'm going, Jesus, baby, Jesus. I don't want to see anybody. And Vince comes from behind me. He pushes me in. Okay. Sit at the table. I'm sitting at the table. We're eating. And, they're just saying things, and I'm a diva, whatever. And so it's time to go. I got sweatpants on. So I go to stand up, and Vince pulls my sweatpants, just to put me down, but the sweatpants actually come down a little bit. And so I look at him, so I pulled them all the way down. I said, now, are you happy now? And, I take him, and I left. Next day was TV. Macho Man, I see him, I'm down there, searching for oxygen because there was some there last night. I was a little hungover, and he come in bright red, hadn't had a wink of sleep all night, and he comes up and he goes, "Whoa, I'm not feeling that great, so why don't you just whoa on?" He said, "So, did you have a good time last night?" I said, "What does it matter to you?" You don't remember what you did? Oh, now I'm going, jeez. No. What, did I rob a store, a bank? You pulled my sweatpants down. Yeah, he says, "Where did you know Elizabeth was in there?" This is the very beginning. Like, what? Well, Elizabeth was in the bar, and I didn't see the lady.
Right.
She's behind me. And that's when, so I pulled my sweatpants down in front of his wife, who's now in the business. And I love them both. I've told the story.
The other guy pulled them down halfway, though, right? And then you went.
Yeah, but the point is this: if you're going to have your wife in the business, you're going to have to put up a little sweatpants stop,
right?
Especially when guys don't know and they're rolling hard. And then we almost got in a fight one other time. Actually, we did. Macho, Vince, and myself, and we're doing voiceovers, and Macho and Vince are going back and forth, and for about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm just sitting there, and they're arguing. I said, hey, argue on your own time. Let's get this thing done. And Macho says, "Oh, I don't need no cheerleader." What'd you say to me? And Vince goes, whoa, please. They broke it all down, and they got Macho out of there, right to his hotel. I was drinking.
Wow.
4 hours in his hotel room. Just another day in paradise of the WWE Network.
Macho is always.
How are we doing there, sweetie? We're doing okay? Yeah, it was crazy times when you were watching, and when you were watching with WCW. Holy cow! Kevin Nash and I got into it.
Really?
Oh yeah, and he lies too. I don't know where to go just because I wanted to talk about a gym. But I'll keep on this one for a second. So somebody's been telling me this story, and I don't know. I'll just tell the truth. I was in the ring someplace. I think maybe I was in it. I don't know what I was in. Maybe a tag team or something. Nash Hall and maybe X-Pac and maybe Flair and myself maybe and somebody else. Anyway. Bottom line is, they're trying to. This is something people don't talk about much. This is backstage politics. They're trying to run roughshod, and so
roughshod.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to in front of the establishment's face. Their decisions count more because they feel they know better what's needed for the business than the establishment that actually owns that business of that time. So they were running roughshod on the people that owned the business. And so we had like a horrible match. Just because the guy didn't know how to work. I didn't know how to wrestle. Good basketball player maybe, but I don't know. He didn't make a living there either. So, I come to my dressing room, like, I'm really pissed off, but like, I'm maybe 15 feet from the door. Flair's in there and Bischoff's in there. I'm just kind of getting my feet up on a bench, taking my laces out, and all of a sudden, the whole door comes kicked in. And he's standing in the door, him, Nash, and he says, "What, you think you're running things around here?" And I stopped, like, nobody had an answer for him. So I got up, charged him, leg-dived him, and threw him out of my dressing room. And then, just a second, so, because he said, somebody just not so long ago said, "Yeah, I punched Piper." My ass. And so, let me tell you the rest of it, because it's kind of significant. So, all of a sudden, hordes of people on. And they're taking Nash down the hall, and I'm standing there, but like, I'm standing there with two guys, Barb and Haku, who I raised, the human Vigimatics, and Nash is being taken away, and he's pointing to me because the next time I'm fighting him is in a pay-per-view called Moline. And he goes, "Moline, I'll see you in Moline." So a day or two passes, and there's this guy named Brad Reagan, who's a very well-schooled shooter, and he's being told the story, and he says, "Wait a second. What did Nash say?" He says, "I'll see you in Moline." He says, Nash didn't want to fight. Why wait for Moline? And that's God's true story. How about right? And then what he said later was, he said, "Yeah, he went after my bad knee." Well, like, that's not true, because I didn't know his knee was bad, but if I had known, I would have. Yeah. But it was back like that all the time. It was difficult. It was very difficult. I think the guys today are saner, maybe got a better goal. Who's your favorite, Tony?
Right now, you know what, to be honest, I've always loved the bad guys. I'm a big fan of villains. Always been that way in both movies and wrestling. And
Good answer.
yes, and right now there's a guy named Bray Wyatt. He's like a down south, like Alabama, Louisiana type of, almost like a crocodile, not crocodile hunter, but like a what's that?
Duck Dynasty?
Duck Dynasty type of hillbilly.
Redneck. Yeah.
Doesn't have a great body, not Mr. Physique at all.
Yeah.
But this guy is so agile, Piper. You would love to. Oh, it's amazing what he's doing. Completely original
Very
finishing moves and regular moves, and he does things where he bridges on his hands and feet upside down, and just not even to do a move, just to look at his opponent upside down to freak him out. He freaks the guys out. Psychological warfare.
I'll have to check him out.
Oh, he's awesome. He's
Nice.
He's so good. This is his first year. He's
Yeah.
up against John Cena at WrestleMania. That's
Rots a Ruck.
a rookie of the year, right?
Yeah, that's a rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah.
And
he's a bad guy.
Judo Jean LaBelle.
Wow.
Richard,
Yeah.
what you doing? Well, last time I talked to you, you were on a movie set.
Yeah, it seemed to be a lot, like I think I did 15 projects last year.
Holy cow.
I played a psychopath for 5 weeks.
Typecasting.
I had a day off, and then I played a sociopath. and I thought I knew the difference, but now I really do.
Wow.
I know the difference now.
A day off,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then the next day, a psychopath kills people because nothing's right in the world, right? And
Yeah.
a sociopath kills people because everything is right in the world. you
Well,
know?
that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And so this one movie called Reversal, we're doing post next week on it. It should come out in September or something like that. I drive a bus around town. My character drives a bus around town, and he has one girl in 5 different houses, 5 girls, and he brings soup and stuff and cleans them up. But they're chained to the back wall in the back bedroom in each house, And these guys from Mexico City, very intellectual group down there, and this is
There's
their
a lot of them.
first American movie that great. They've done. As I'm driving the van around town, I start singing, "The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round." And they're like, "Oh, no, wait, what is that? What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I feel like I'm driving a bus around town." And they go, "I don't know if we can get that. Don't do it this time. Do it this time, you know." And then I hear on post-production, they're like, "We got the rights, so we don't have to get the rights because it's out there."
Right.
And they're going to use it on
Public domain?
Yeah, it's public domain, and they're going to use it on the trailer. They go, "It's really creepy."
Oh, nice.
And you know, it's so weird. In the beginning, playing the sociopath, he says, I said, if I was all cleaned up and I was with the girls, my character, and he's all, you know, he's got the girls on his fingers, whatever. They go, no, you're a Best Buy. You're a manager at Best Buy, and you're just bringing food to them and cleaning up, and really, you're not one of those guys. And so I played for 3-4 weeks, that guy, you know, that best boy, you know, best guy, you know, and... you know, with 10 days left, the director goes, "Hey, can you go a little more raunchy with this character?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've been trying to do that for 4 weeks, you know." And yeah, we get really sick by the end of it. You know,
feel good about it?
Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be a good
You throw
project.
yourself into them. You throw yourself into them.
It's amazing. They say you don't take your work home. It's like, well, you do 5 weeks of sociopath and then do the psych. You know, the wife says, "I think we're going to my mom's for a little while." You know? Good idea.
Very cool.
Thanks a lot, Rod. I just wanted to thank you. You helped. You did a great thing. Me and my brothers. I have 4 brothers. We all grew up wrestling fans, big fans, you know. And my one brother, who's an engineer, Will, he's older than everybody here, but he's still the biggest fan ever, you know. And he still believes. He still believes.
I love it.
I did the wrestling in Annapolis, you know, all that stuff. You know, when I first went out, they didn't have wrestling in Mobile, Alabama, you know, collegiate wrestling.
Yeah.
And so when I pinned the first guy that I fought up in Annapolis, they go, "Bam," you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Count! Count!" You know? And then
You were looking for a 3 count, were you?
Oh, that is so great.
Go,
That's it.
he
Throwing
pulled
it
me
down.
off, said, "Boy, where'd you learn to wrestle?" I said, "The backyard with my brothers." You know?
4 brothers.
Yeah. So we were on the set like 3 days into it. You told me, he says, "You know who I am?" I said, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "Plug that into your trailer." He gave me a highlight reel, and I plugged it out. "Yeah, I know you, man. I know you." I happened to call my brother's his birthday, and Rod's right there. We're standing in the desert, waiting on someone to get their act together.
Yeah.
Rod, I said, "Rod, would you talk to my brother?" I said to Will, I said, "Will, I'm standing with a wrestler. Do you know Rod?" He goes, Roddy. Yeah. He goes, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, I put him on. And he's an engineer.
He was great.
Oh, you guys talk 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I watch you walk all around just laughing and having a great time.
Great family.
I appreciate
And
that, man.
wasn't your father a senator?
Yeah, state senator. He's 88 years old. We love him.
Nice,
He's still
yeah.
out there giving
Good
advice.
family.
Yeah, it's great.
Good stuff.
Thanks a
Well,
lot.
get this, Yesha. I have Rowdy Piper soda pop coming out with hang on, with Rocket Fizz, and you can go soon now. It's going to be, I don't know, in the next. Everything's been approved. I wanted to put a little more spurt, like a little more soda in it, but I got a soda pop coming out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
all
so
out of
cool.
bubble gum. All out of bubble gum is the name of it. Rowdy Piper, and like it's going to be really flavorful. And there's like 60 of these Rocket Fizz stores. Have you ever seen one? It's a candy store.
Yeah.
Never heard of it until like 3 weeks ago when they asked me to do this. And we'll have to take you there. It's just a blast. They got one with a soda pop of the leader of North Korea on the label. The Ayatollah. You know, it's a great
And you.
place. And me.
Wow, what
That's
company?
No, they're great. It's all kids. Take your kids there for birthday sometimes.
Hey, when you pop the can, is it gonna Rocket Fizz out of there?
Yeah, man. I got to put something in there that. I don't know. I can't put caffeine in something the kids can drink. And, you know those blue popsicles? Do you remember blue popsicles?
Yeah.
Kind of that flavor with maybe lots of spritz in it. Because it's kind of bubble gum.
What is that? Oh, yeah, bubble gum. That's it.
Bubble gum.
Yeah.
This is good. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
And I intend to. Yeah, especially with two people I love so much. You want to see the coolest hat in the world?
Yeah.
Right here. See this hat? You don't think it's got. Watch this. Read what it says in there.
All right. Let me read.
Put your glasses on.
Okay. For my daddy, Colt Baird Tomahawk.
Tombs.
Yeah. That's great, man.
I
really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Get it up. My son.
That's awesome.
To my daddy.
Oh, that's
Colt Baird Tombs.
How's he been doing? He's still fighting?
Oh, he's out of his mind. That's a whole other show, but I'll tell you, let me give you as we go, play the bagpipes as we go out there. My son, Colton Toombs, he's 24 years old, okay? You're going to hear us every Monday on Piper's Pit Pod, and every Monday I'm going to offer you my son, Colton. He has never really had a job, and he's a fighter for a living. I thought personally you had to fight to make a living fighting. However, he seems to find his girlfriend, who have moved into an apartment with two other kids and a dinosaur and a lizard. And and you think I'm kidding. I love him to death. Colton Baird Tunes, everybody. All my kids, Fallon Danica's down here. I got another one's an actress, Ariel. I got one of my sons over there, Green Beret now, keeping us safe. I got a captain, been wounded twice, did his job. And I got two of the most finest entertainers in both their fields, Richard Tyson and Tony Hinchcliffe. And I love you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, and it's always a ball. Tony, get it at Kill Tony on Death Squad Network, and Richard Tyson. Oh, baby, he's working all the time in movies.
Hey, how about TysonDCProduction.com?
TysonDCProductions.com is perfect. And Rowdy Piper. And you know what? An Irish poem. For those who love us, may God bless. For those who don't, may God turn their hearts. And if he can't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles so we can recognize them by their lips. Ho, ho! Woo! To you too. Bye-bye.